Welcome to RC Industry.
Hey, it's Rick here. Well, we finally have got the 10th Street project done over here. Oh, yes, we did, Spot. Don't be shaking your head no. Anyway, we finally got that job done over here, and so I thought I'd go over here this morning and we'll just do a final walkthrough and kind of show you the finished product. A lot of you haven't watched the whole series, and you can go to either one of our channels. You can go to Dubois County Flips, and you can watch all of the series of 10th Street. I think this is probably video 27. So, or you can watch it on RC Industry, which has all of our videos on it, not just the houses. So, but any way you want to do it here. So, but it is a lot different looking than it was when we bought the house, for sure. So anyway, kind of wanted to go through that with you and show it to you. So I'll show you more when we get over there. Okay. Well, if a lot of you remember when we first pulled up in episode 1, of course the house was a different color. It had white aluminum siding on it, and it was just beat all to pieces. And someone had, if you remember, had taken black spray paint and spray painted 345 on the siding. I guess they were trying to comply with the 911 addressing law. I don't know, but anyway, and I think this window was broken out. Can't remember. I'll check back on the other video, but I'm pretty sure this window was broke out, and screens were missing. I remember, and out over this porch, it's like a little. Of course, the window's messed up, and we're gonna fix that. If you remember correctly, down through here, of course we didn't have this little unit here for the upstairs because there was no heating and cooling up there, but there was a tree growing up here into the gutter, and definitely got to take this tree out. You never want to let trees grow up next to the foundation. Some of the windows still don't have screens on them, but that's the windows that used to have window air conditioner units in them, and so they don't have screens. And back here, if you remember, it was so overgrown you couldn't even hardly see the old air conditioning unit that was sitting there that didn't work. So, and the yard was all full of debris and tires, and the people that lived here had hogs in the backyard. Fire pit back here. And there's some racing slicks back here. I guess we get those too. These are some nice tires here. Yeah, these are some classic tires here. So, yeah, definitely have to do something with all that. And that's why it was so nasty back here. That I found out later. And then there was a tree back here that went up and was into the power line, so the city came and cut that one out. And if you remember, there was an old barbecue grill here that I talked about, and it looks like we got a nice barbecue grill here.
That thing looks ancient.
Yeah, that'll be we'll have to do a whole segment on tidying that up a little bit. And that window up there was broke out too. I remember now. That window was broken out as well. So there was a lot of stuff going on. The carport was basically falling off of the house. My goal was to repair it, but then when the roofers came, the only way for them to really get up on the roof, because the houses are so close, is they needed this taken off. and because it was kind of unstable. So that's what I did. We tore that down. I think Thaddeus may have helped me on that, and we tore that down and then rebuilt it after they put the roof on. So that is something that I didn't show over here. If you remember in the original video, there were shingles and things missing on this side of the house, and you can't hardly see, but up in there. So that all got fixed, and then they reflashed. There is a skylight right up here, and they reflashed that and put new flashing around the chimney. And so anyway, B&A Construction is the one that did the roof. So, and then if you remember on this carport, there was a deep freeze sitting here that hadn't been plugged in a year or so.
Do a whole segment on this. This is how to clean a deep freeze. So it's got some sausage down in there and some ice cream, and looks pretty nice.
Looks like it's growing.
God, it smells awful.
It had, of course, we didn't have smell-o-vision, but that was really, really gross because it had meat and I don't know what all down in it, and you know, pretty nasty. Door was had an old interior door, I think it was, that was bolted on here in place of this one. This one is one of the episodes we replaced this door, and I talk about where I got this door at. And so with that, I guess we'll just head on inside. So go down here, and you can see now that turn the lights on in the basement. So we actually have a handrail now going to the basement, which we didn't have before. And it was so dark, and the spider webs. One of the first videos, I know we showed the spider webs that were just hanging. It was just like all through here. You had to duck to walk around in here. So
I mean, if you could get the full effect of all these spider webs down here, I mean, it's... Oh, and check.
And I know that we did a video on putting in the new windows in the basement. Let's see, we did some videos with the plumbing, I think, at one point. I know we did a video on encapsulating possible asbestos joint tape on the ductwork. I know we did a video on that. We did a video on cleaning out this room, if you remember that one. That was a really good video for those. I think that video actually has more people viewed it. I think it has, I don't know, maybe not. There's one video I've got of my old white Econoline van that has several thousand views. But this view on doing this clean out of this storage area under the front porch, that one has over 1,000 views as well, so I guess you guys like that one. New furnace, and of course you saw the AC unit outside, and the water heater was fairly new. All I did was I took it apart and serviced it, made sure it was cleaned out, put it all back in, and it works fine. So that was a blessing there. And but anyway, it's just a lot cleaner, and it smells clean down here. Washer and dryer hookup sets right here, and that's about it down here, I guess. So let's go on upstairs. You can see we redid the floors here. This had old linoleum on it, and it was in really bad shape. So Dennis and his guys came in here, well, his son, and they did all this work, put all the floors in, which in some of the other videos I showed the sample of the flooring, but I don't think we've seen the floor. This is the first time we've seen it. So if you were coming in the front door here and coming in, and see, this is what you see. So I like the flooring, I like the ceilings. has all, I call it the Chip and Joanna look, all the shiplap on the ceilings. So anyway, so this is the living room. And then of course this is the kitchen. And of course the new cabinets. In the other video that you watched, in the very first few videos, you'd see the old cabinetry that was in here. So, and it had I think it had white appliances, it had a white dishwasher, and there was a white refrigerator that was sitting over in the dining room area. So, and then the stove was here, and it was so full of bugs that I just chose to get rid of it. It was white anyway, and you know, we wound up going with stainless steel. And I did refurbish this old Montgomery Ward's hood. So there's a whole video series on that. Because I like vintage things anyway. This is probably from the 60s, early 70s. And I just really thought it was cool. So I think, you know, it's just kind of a statement piece to me. I mean, it just looks nice. I can't really get back far enough to visualize the whole thing, but I just think it looks really nice. So anyway, my opinion. So the dining room here, if you remember this room, it had a place in the ceiling up here, and I think it did too around this. This is the chimney. So, and it had a place up here around this where it had leaked through the years. And so again, the same flooring runs through all of this. And if you remember, there was this funky archway that went across here. Interesting. The way this is all arched here, and these don't even meet. It's kind of, I've never seen anything quite like that. That's different. Well, there's all kinds of money on the floor. And then there was another archway that went here, and they didn't meet. If you remember, one was like here and one was up here, and it just looked really weird. So of course I took all of that out. So when you are standing like in here in the dining room looking in that way, you no longer have that. So I think it makes it look a lot more open in here. So then there's the master bedroom, or what I'm calling the master. It's the only one on the main level, so the other bedrooms are upstairs. And then there's a barn door here for the closet. So yeah, I think it looks real nice. The bathroom, if you remember right, when we first got to this house, there was a hole. The old bathtub was here in this position, and then there was a black pedestal sink here, and there was a hole. This whole area right here was rotted out, except for the floor joists. But the flooring was rotted throughout. You could see the basement, and the cast iron pipe waste sewer line was what was holding the commode up. I mean, it was just kind of like up there in the air. So, hell yeah. And the other thing is too, if you're watching some of the earlier videos, right about in here in the shower area, there was a receptacle. That's the bathroom. I don't know if the light works in here or not. It's on, so apparently not.
Your matching set toilet and sink.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's been using that. Oh, here we go. This is so you can throw your laundry downstairs. You know, just a nice slot in the floor. Now, it was a GFCI receptacle, but I don't think you're supposed to put them in the bathtub. So, anyway, so we redid the shower. You've seen a video on that. And got the cabinetry from IKEA over in Cincinnati, and there's a cabinet back here too. There's a lot of storage in here. Oh, that's a hot commodity right now. Okay, so anyway, alright, so let's head upstairs, and got the stairway steps completed. I just think they turned out really nice. So, and then
we've done a lot of videos up here. This has been done for a while. I got this part done pretty early on, but so this is the biggest bedroom upstairs, and of course there's this little area out here for storage. And then a closet over here. This is our heating and cooling unit for upstairs and the controls for that. Here's the other bedroom. A little bit smaller, but still a good size. Has a couple of little closets here, and then there's a storage area here. That's pretty good size. Bathroom. I know we've done several videos in here. Of course, the shower. Tried to emulate or try to get the two showers to look somewhat similar. This has a different colored grout in it. Of course, we've talked about that before in other videos. And then there's a storage area back here where you could put a hamper, or you could even put a shelving unit or something, whatever you needed back there. This is not really a storage area. It does go out into the attic space, but that's where all the duct work is for the exhaust fans for the bathrooms and all that. So I didn't fix this where you could store stuff because there's really not room for it. And then we got a new cabinet. Of course, this bathroom didn't exist at all when this was just like an area at the top of the stairs. I don't know what they were using it for, but who knows with this house. So anyway, so that pretty well wraps up 10th Street. We're in the process of trying to purchase another house so we can keep doing this. I've been doing this for many years now, and I enjoy it. And I want to say thanks to a lot of people that helped with this. Thaddeus Ballman from Ballman Construction helped some on this. Chris Taylor's crew did the roof. I think I said that earlier. Dennis and his son did all the flooring in the house. I mean, I purchased it, but they installed it. And let's see, my mom did all the curtains, and I'm sure I'm leaving out some people. So I apologize if I am. Schmidt Contracting did the HVAC. They installed the unit upstairs, and they installed the new furnace and air conditioning unit for the main level. I think that's about it. But if I am missing someone, Noah. Noah helped. He painted all the basement walls, and so did Larry. So they both have YouTube channels. Noah Jones YouTube channel, and that Larry kid has a YouTube channel. They helped with the painting in the basement. I forgot about that. So I don't know who else, but anyway, check out their channels. My son gave me a lot of moral support. On this house, I don't know that he actually did any work, but he would come over here and visit me while I was working sometimes on Saturdays and bring donuts. So, and you can check out his channel too. That's Eric. I think his is Eric, just Eric Curtis or something like that. I believe is his channel. Might be Eric Curtis II. He just put up a video about how to play Monopoly during the coronavirus scare tactics. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, check out his YouTube channel as well. And of course, you know, there's a lot of YouTube channels. If you look at who all I watch, then you can find those guys because they're on my subscription list. So anyway, we're up to 71. This morning I looked. We're up to 71 subscribers. So we're getting closer to the drawing. Once we get 100 subscribers, we're going to do a drawing from everyone who has commented on the videos. So in order to be eligible for the $50 Home Depot gift card, you have to make a comment. And a lot of you have. And we're going to do that drawing. I'm probably going to live stream that drawing. We that'll be the first live stream we've done. So I want to do that. And, well, it's not the first one we've done, but it'll be the first one for any kind of a drawing or something. So I guess with that said, just be sure and like these videos, hit that little like button, or if you don't like them, you can hit the thumbs down. That's up to you. But just respond, tell us what you like, what you don't like. And I guess with that, I appreciate everybody that does watch the videos, and I just enjoy doing this work. If you've watched our trailer on the RC Industry channel, you know that I do a lot of stuff. I'm a home inspector. I work on these houses. Just do a lot of stuff. So just appreciate everybody watching, and I'll show you more. The next house, who knows where it will be. Bye. Run, Tallulah, run!
Hi, baby.